Is the Therizinosaurus overrated? Well, one thing we gotta get straight is the fact that the Jurassic World version of the Therizinosaurus is obviously not very accurate. So one thing that jumps off the page is the amount of fucking size of the head in the Jurassic World's version versus the reality. Look at this absolute cranium on this guy. But one thing you'll notice with the toy is they'll give them like sharp teeth, which isn't completely inaccurate because they were rocking the beak teeth combo. And there's been a lot of speculation that it was omnivorous instead of just herbivorous. Yeah, so the scythe lizard with those claws just use them for pulling down branches, which brings us to the overrated part. These claws were perhaps fragile and only used for bringing down branches to eat, like a good boy herbivore. So this might not be possible at all. Kind of like saber-toothed tiger's teeth have now been found out to be fragile, and they wouldn't really use them in combat or when they hunted, just sort of as the coup de grace for the killing. So as silly as these look, this is probably more accurate, and I have my suspicions as to them not being able to use these for combat at all, especially how cool it would be if they had feathers like that. It kind of hide the actual accuracy of the claws, kind of like a cloak and dagger, dude. That would be sick. But honestly, Therizinosaurus has seen quite the journey. This is their first depiction. They were like a turtle in these boys' eyes. I mean, even when they got the bipedal status, dude, it was not over for these guys. So I do think if you were to compare it to something like a Dinochirus, that would be more combative, I would imagine, bigger head, more short, robust claws as compared to their long but fragile claws. But I'm still not sold on the idea that they couldn't possibly use them for combat. It would just be a great risk, probably. But just the threat of them and the reach, I don't know. You're going to have a hard time convincing me these are useless in combat.